Alright, let's dive right in and really unpack this whole situation with those frustrating nighttime bathroom trips, expanding on everything we know while keeping it conversational and flowing naturally, just like we're chatting over a cup of tea. Hey there, I am Dr. John Garrett, and welcome back to Body Fit Flicks. It's genuinely great to have you tuning in again. So, have you ever found yourself, waking up multiple times throughout the night, sort of trudging half asleep down the hallway to the bathroom, only to finally drag yourself out of bed in the morning feeling completely frustrated and utterly exhausted? If that scenario sounds painfully familiar, like it's describing your own nightly routine, well, please believe me when I say you are absolutely not alone in this struggle. Frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia as the doctors call it, honestly affects millions upon millions of seniors, It's this incredibly common thing that just wreaks havoc on your precious sleep, completely saps your energy reserves dry, and sometimes, it can even dim that wonderful spark of vitality we all cherish so deeply as we get older. But hey, what if I told you, and this might sound almost too simple to be true at first, that something as straightforward and accessible as adding just a few specific vegetables to your daily plate could actually help you start to reclaim those restful nights and genuinely vibrant days? That's right, it really is possible. Nature's finest offerings, those humble veggies, can truly work some quiet wonders for both your bladder health and your overall well-being. So today, we're going to spend some serious time diving deep into the top 4, well, technically 5, if we count seeds as veggie-adjacent, vegetables that seniors can lean on to help put a stop to that frequent nighttime urination and finally get some decent shut-eye. Getting relief from nocturia, it isn't just some minor, trivial annoyance you have to shrug off. It can profoundly impact your mood, zap your energy levels to practically zero, and even potentially affect your long-term health in ways you might not immediately realize. Poor sleep resulting from constant disruptive bathroom trips throughout the night can unfortunately lead to chronic fatigue, a weakened immune system that makes you more susceptible to catching every bug going around. And honestly, for seniors, it even contributes to a higher risk of falls, which is something we all want to avoid. But here's the genuinely good news, the hopeful part. By understanding, really grasping, how certain specific vegetables actively support your body's intricate systems, you can absolutely take proactive control and naturally reduce those incredibly frustrating nighttime disruptions. In this exploration, we're going to thoroughly unpack 5 key underlying reasons why nocturia tends to happen in the first place as we age, and then we'll see exactly how these particular vegetables step in to address each one directly. We'll uncover the fascinating ways these foods work synergistically with your body's physiology, your psychology, and your daily lifestyle to actively promote significantly better bladder health and that elusive, deeply restorative sleep you've been missing. You can expect some solid science-backed insights explained in plain language, plenty of practical, actionable tips you can literally start putting into practice today without any fuss. And we'll also share a couple of truly inspiring stories from folks just like you, regular people who found meaningful relief and got their lives back. Whether you're personally dealing with nocturia yourself right now, or you're lovingly helping a loved one navigate this challenge, this discussion is packed full of genuinely actionable advice designed to help you finally sleep soundly through the night and wake up feeling genuinely refreshed, maybe for the first time in ages. So why not grab a notebook to jot down anything that resonates, get really comfy in your favorite chair, and let's dive right into the first major reason why nocturia might be relentlessly keeping you up night after night, and crucially, how one surprisingly simple vegetable, or seed in this case, can actually make a real difference. Okay, number 1 on our list, reducing that persistent bladder irritation and inflammation with the humble yet mighty pumpkin seed. Let's start by tackling a super common culprit lurking behind a lot of nocturia cases, persistent bladder irritation and inflammation. Think about it. Your bladder is actually a remarkably sensitive organ, and as the years add up, its delicate lining can unfortunately become more prone to irritation from various sources, things like certain foods in your diet, chronic dehydration, or even underlying conditions like recurring urinary tract infections or overactive bladder syndrome. When the bladder lining gets inflamed or irritated, it essentially sends false, overly urgent signals up to your brain screaming that it's full and needs emptying right now. The genuinely good news here is that pumpkin seeds, which, botanically speaking, are technically the edible seeds of a vegetable fruit, so we're counting them. Pumpkin seeds are remarkably rich in beneficial omega-3 fatty acids and potent antioxidants like vitamin E, both of which possess well-documented anti-inflammatory properties. Studies, like one quite solid one published back in 2014 in the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine, have actually demonstrated that pumpkin seed oil can significantly reduce classic symptoms. They're also absolutely packed with zinc, a critical mineral that robustly supports immune health and helps actively prevent those pesky urinary tract infections. Let me share a quick story to really bring this home. Remember Susan? She was a lively 68-year-old retiree who absolutely adored her weekly evening book club gatherings, but she genuinely dreaded the actual nighttime because she'd inevitably wake up 4 or even 5 times, shuffling exhausted to the bathroom. Well, after stumbling upon some information about pumpkin seeds, Susan decided to give it a try, simply adding a small handful of raw seeds to her morning oatmeal. Honestly, within just a few weeks of consistent effort, she began noticing significantly fewer nighttime trips, down to just 1, or on a good night, sometimes even none. She felt like she genuinely regained a sense of control over her own body and her life, and her energy levels for enjoying her beloved book club gatherings soared right back up. So, here are some practical, no-nonsense tips to help make pumpkin seeds work effectively for you. Definitely add them consistently to your daily diet. Staying consistent is absolutely key here. Aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons pretty much every single day and give it a good solid month of this routine. Be wise about your choices. Always opt for unsalted, either raw or very lightly roasted seeds to completely avoid any excess sodium. And finally, pair this seed strategy wisely with mindful hydration. It's crucial to drink plenty of water steadily throughout your daytime hours. Does this approach sound like something you could realistically see yourself trying out? I'd genuinely love to hear in the comments how you might prefer to eat your pumpkin seeds. Moving right along to number 2, strengthening that crucial pelvic floor foundation with the incredible versatile spinach. Next up, let's have a really important chat about your pelvic floor. That's the essential group of muscles, kind of like a supportive hammock that holds up your bladder, uterus or prostate, and bowel, and critically controls urination. As we navigate the years, these muscles, unfortunately, can weaken quite significantly due to various factors like natural hormonal changes, past childbirth experiences, or even just habits like prolonged sitting. A weakened pelvic floor simply can't hold the bladder as securely as it once did, which directly leads to leaks, that constant feeling of urgency, or those frequent urges to go. Enter spinach, that leafy green superstar quietly sitting in your fridge. It can actually play a vital role in strengthening these core muscles. Spinach is truly loaded, absolutely brimming, with magnesium, a mineral that plays a fundamental role in proper muscle function throughout your body. Magnesium is essential because it helps muscles contract powerfully when needed and then fully relax afterwards, which is vital for maintaining good bladder control. A compelling study published in 2019 in the journal Nutrients found that adequate magnesium intake was linked to better muscle strength and reduced urinary incontinence symptoms. Spinach also contains folate, which supports tissue repair, and antioxidants that work to reduce oxidative stress and strengthen muscle tissues over time. Here's how you can smoothly incorporate more spinach into your life without it feeling like a chore. Try adding spinach to your morning smoothies, stir it into soups at the end of cooking, or toss it into quick stir-fries about 4 times a week. Pair this with pelvic floor exercises like Kegels. Contract those muscles as if stopping urine flow, hold for 5 seconds, release, and repeat 10 times, twice daily. The magnesium from the spinach will actively support and enhance the effectiveness of these muscle training efforts. Cook spinach lightly. Methods like gentle steaming preserve far more nutrients compared to boiling, which can leach them out into the water. If spinach isn't your favorite, Try other magnesium-rich leafy alternatives like hearty kale or colourful Swiss chard. The key is getting that magnesium in. Have you noticed your pelvic floor feeling weaker lately, maybe during a cough or laugh? Share your thoughts in the comments below. It helps everyone. If you haven't subscribed to BodyFit Flicks yet, hitting that button and turning on the bell notifications means you'll catch all our future health chats. Alright, let's tackle number 3, managing that sneaky fluid retention effectively with the humble, reliable carrot. Now, let's explore fluid retention, another really sneaky but surprisingly common cause of nocturia that often flies under the radar. As we get older, our bodies can sometimes struggle a bit more to efficiently regulate our natural fluid balance, often due to gradual changes in kidney function or circulation efficiency. What happens is, excess fluid can subtly pool in your legs and ankles during the day as you're up and about, gravity doing its thing, and then, when you finally lie down flat at night, well, that accumulated fluid gets reabsorbed back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys then process this extra fluid, leading directly to increased urine production, precisely when you least want it, in the middle of your precious sleep. This is where carrots, with their notably high potassium content, come into play as a natural helper. They can genuinely assist your body in balancing these fluids more effectively, and thereby help reduce the volume of nighttime urine. Potassium, you see, is a key electrolyte that works in a delicate, constant partnership with sodium to carefully regulate fluid levels inside and outside your cells. When your potassium levels dip too low, a surprisingly common issue, your body tends to hold on to more water and sodium as a compensation mechanism, which can unfortunately overload your system and subsequently your bladder during the night. A significant 2017 study published in the prestigious American Journal of Clinical Nutrition clearly showed that a higher dietary potassium intake was consistently associated with measurably better kidney function and significantly less problematic water retention. Beyond potassium, carrots are also wonderfully rich in beta-carotene, that vibrant orange antioxidant which converts to vitamin A in your body. It actively supports kidney health by reducing damaging oxidative stress within those vital filtration organs. Here's a relatable story to really bring this point to life. Picture John, a spirited 72-year-old with a passion for his garden, who started noticing his ankles swelling noticeably by evening, and was consequently waking up a frustrating 3 times every single night to pee. He felt deeply frustrated, honestly feeling like his cherished active lifestyle was slowly slipping away from him. During a checkup, his doctor wisely suggested focusing on incorporating more potassium-rich foods. So, John took that advice to heart. He started munching on raw carrot sticks as a daily snack, and began creatively adding chopped or shredded carrots into his hearty stews and soups. Over the course of about a month, he observed a real difference. The swelling in his ankles noticeably decreased, and those relentless nighttime bathroom trips dropped down to just once, or sometimes, blessedly, not at all on a good night. He felt that familiar energy return and was confidently back to happily tending his beloved garden. Try these practical tips to harness the fluid balancing benefits of carrots for yourself. Snack smart by keeping a bag of baby carrots handy and munching on a small handful with some hummus, or a light dip as a healthy midday nibble. Get creative with cooking. Easily add finely shredded carrots into soups, salads, meatloaf, or casseroles. They add sweetness, texture, and nutrients without overpowering. Stay hydrated strategically. Make a conscious effort to drink the majority of your water steadily throughout the daytime hours, but then thoughtfully reduce your intake in the couple of hours before bedtime, say after 6 or 7 p.m., to help ease pressure on your bladder overnight. And importantly, monitor your salt intake. Try cutting back on processed foods, which are notoriously high in sodium, as this allows the potassium from the carrots and other foods to work its fluid balancing magic far more effectively. What's your absolute favorite, go-to way to enjoy carrots? Do you love them roasted until caramelized, raw with a dip, or maybe steamed with a dab of honey? Drop your ideas in the comments. I'm always looking for new inspiration. And hey, subscribing helps you stay in the loop for more tips. Number 4 focuses on balancing those complex hormones naturally with the earthy, potent beet. Hormonal changes are undeniably a huge, often under-discussed factor contributing to nocturia, especially as we move into our senior years. As our bodies age, the levels of a crucial hormone called antidiuretic hormone, ADH, or vasopressin, which basically tells your kidneys to slow down urine production, specifically at night so you can sleep undisturbed, can naturally decline. This hormonal shift directly leads to more urine being produced around the clock, including inconveniently during the night, resulting in more disruptive bathroom trips. Beets, with their truly unique and potent nutrient profile, can offer valuable support for hormonal balance and enhanced kidney function to help mitigate this issue. Beets are remarkably rich in natural nitrates, compounds which have been shown to improve overall blood flow, including, importantly, circulation to the kidneys themselves. Better blood flow helps the kidneys function more efficiently in filtering waste and managing fluid balance. They also contain a powerful antioxidant called betaine, which works to reduce systemic inflammation and provides significant support for liver health, and a healthy liver is absolutely paramount for the proper metabolism and balance of your body's hormones. A relevant 2018 study, again in the journal Nutrients, found that regular consumption of beetroot juice demonstrably improved kidney function markers in older adults, likely by enhancing renal blood flow and reducing oxidative stress within the kidneys. By supporting your kidneys in this way, beets can indirectly contribute to better regulation of ADH and a reduction in excessive nighttime urine production. Here's how you can comfortably add beets into your regular routine. Try roasting them. It's super easy. Just wrap whole beets in foil with a drizzle of olive oil and maybe some herbs like rosemary or thyme. Roast until tender, then peel and slice or cube for a wonderfully sweet, earthy and satisfying side dish. Blend them discreetly into smoothies, adding a small portion of cooked beet, about 1/4 to 1/2 of a medium beet, to your morning smoothie gives a nutrient punch and a vibrant color without an overwhelming flavor, especially paired with berries. Be mindful of portions initially. Start with perhaps a 1/2 cup serving of cooked beets just 2 or 3 times a week to let your digestive system adjust and avoid any potential for temporary digestive upset like bloating. And finally, pair this dietary addition with supportive lifestyle changes. Actively practice stress-reducing activities like deep breathing exercises, gentle yoga, or mindful meditation, because chronic stress can significantly disrupt your delicate hormone balance, potentially worsening nocturia. Does it feel like hormonal shifts might be playing a role in your own sleep struggles? I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, and subscribing ensures you catch all our future explorations. Finally, number 5. Enhancing overall sleep quality profoundly with the comforting, nutritious sweet potato. Last but certainly not least, let's talk holistically about sleep quality itself. It's a bit of a vicious cycle, really. Poor, fragmented sleep can actually make the perception and disruption of nocturia feel worse. When you're sleeping lightly or waking frequently for any reason, you become hyper-aware of bodily sensations, including even minor bladder signals, making you feel the urge to go more intensely and more often than you might if you were deeply asleep. Sweet potatoes, a truly nutrient-dense and satisfying vegetable, can play a valuable role in promoting better, deeper sleep, and thereby indirectly help reduce those perceived nighttime urination urges. Sweet potatoes are wonderfully rich in complex carbohydrates. These are the good carbs that break down slowly, helping to maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night. Stable blood sugar is crucial because dips or spikes can disrupt sleep. Furthermore, these complex carbs actually aid in the production of serotonin, a key neurotransmitter in your brain that promotes feelings of calm and well-being, and which is a direct precursor to melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. They're also naturally high in both potassium and magnesium, the same minerals we discussed earlier, which work synergistically to help relax muscles and soothe the nervous system, making it easier to fall asleep, and crucially, stay asleep longer without those micro-awakenings where you notice your bladder. A solid 2020 study in the journal Sleep Medicine clearly linked diets consistently high in complex carbohydrates and sufficient magnesium to objectively better sleep quality, specifically in older adults. By genuinely improving the depth and continuity of your sleep, sweet potatoes can help reduce how often you consciously wake up feeling that urge to pee. Here's how to make sweet potatoes work effectively within your evening routine. Keep preparation simple. Try mashing cooked sweet potato with just a bit of extra virgin olive oil or a light sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor, avoiding heavy spices, excessive butter, or rich sauces late at night that might potentially irritate your bladder or cause indigestion. Practice sensible portion control. Stick to about a half-cup serving of cooked sweet potato in the evening to avoid consuming excessive carbohydrates too close to bedtime, which could theoretically disrupt sleep for some individuals. How has your overall sleep quality been feeling lately? Are you finding it hard to drift off, or are you waking frequently for reasons beyond the bathroom? Share a bit about your experience in the comments. Community wisdom is powerful. And yes, subscribing with the bell means you won't miss practical advice like this. So, let's take a moment to recap the 5 core reasons we explored that might be persistently disrupting your peaceful nights, and precisely how these accessible vegetables can offer natural support. First, we delved into how pumpkin seeds work to actively reduce bladder irritation and inflammation, thanks to their potent combination of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids and immune-supporting zinc. Second, we saw how spinach provides the essential magnesium needed to strengthen the foundational support of your pelvic floor muscles, thereby improving crucial bladder control. Third, carrots stepped in with their high potassium content to help manage fluid retention effectively, preventing excess daytime fluid from overloading your bladder during the night. Fourth, beets offered their unique nitrates and betaine to support better kidney function and hormonal balance, specifically aiding the regulation of nighttime urine production influenced by ADH. And fifth, sweet potatoes brought complex carbs, potassium, and magnesium to the table to holistically enhance overall sleep quality, helping you stay in that deep, restorative sleep phase longer and reducing the heightened awareness of bladder signals that fragmented sleep causes. What really stood out to you today? Was it Susan's relatable story of finding such relief simply by adding pumpkin seeds to her morning routine? Or maybe John's success using carrots to manage swelling and reclaim his gardening passion? Perhaps it was the underlying idea that such simple, everyday vegetables, sitting right there in the produce aisle, can genuinely make such a profound difference in something as disruptive as Nocturia. I truly hope you feel genuinely empowered, maybe even a little excited, to try incorporating 1 or 2 of these tips into your own life, taking those small, manageable steps towards reclaiming better nights and consequently brighter, more energetic days. You absolutely deserve to sleep soundly through the night and wake up feeling genuinely refreshed and vibrantly alive. And these vegetables represent a natural, accessible, and affordable pathway to get you closer to that goal. I'd honestly love to hear directly from you. What's the one key thing you learned today that resonated, or the one specific tip you feel ready to try starting maybe tomorrow? Drop your thoughts, plans, or even questions down in the comments below. Let's keep this supportive conversation going and learn from each other. If you found this deep dive helpful, informative, or just reassuring, giving the video a thumbs up really helps others find this information too. And if you haven't subscribed to BodyFitFlix yet, hitting that button and turning on the bell notification means you'll be the first to know when we drop our next video, where we'll dive into even more natural, accessible ways to actively boost your health and vitality as you age. Thank you so much for joining me and spending this time focusing on your well-being today here on BodyFitFlix. You're truly amazing for taking these steps, and I genuinely can't wait to see you in the next one. Take good care.